Something new is unfolding at the Edge. The latest issue of Edge magazine is here, filled with voices that awaken your heart, expand your mind, and remind you that you're part of something much bigger. Explore conscious living, holistic wellness, energy healing, spirituality, and the art of awakening, all in one inspiring space. Awaken, discover, connect, and be curious. Print editions are now on the streets, and you can also read it online at edgemagazine.net. Welcome to the Edge. We have been waiting for you. You are right where you are supposed to be. Welcome home. Hey everybody, Kelly Wagner, publisher, Edge Magazine, host of the Being Curious show. We're trying a new format today, and it's really interesting on how technology does not want to give us love in the middle of a Mercury retrograde. So we're just going to giggle and we're going to move on. Hey, I hope you're having a fantastic day, a happy Thursday. I'm in Minneapolis and it's hot and it's smoky. So it's just lots of craziness going on. Well, we are popping on with a fun little mini Being Curious show today with the amazing and powerful David Cunningham. I can't wait to introduce you guys to him, but he's coming to Minneapolis July 30th through August 2nd with the Awakening Weekend. And I'm into some awakening, right? We have Awakenings, Gifts and Guidance in Minneapolis. We have Awakened Magazine, which is a partner. So when I heard about an Awakening Weekend, I wanted to know more. So without further ado, Mr. David, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Kelly, and hello to everybody listening.
This is going to be a good one. Okay. So why an Awakening Weekend? Tell us a little bit about what brought you to here. And I know it's a series, so if you can't catch us in Minneapolis, there are other opportunities to get to know David and what he's bringing in this Awakening Weekend. So how about this for the people that are new to you and your energy and your experience? Please introduce yourself, and then what helped you create this weekend?
Well, what helped me create this weekend was really resolving a few years ago. I'm 75 years old now. And just a few years ago, I resolved what I'm going to do with the next 30 years of my life. What's the next 30 years going to be about? And why I chose 30 is because my mom turns 100 in 2 months. So I've got good genes. I'm planning on living a long time. My mom's setting the stage for me living to at least 100. So What are those years going to be about? And what I resolved, Kelly, was that what they were going to be about was having love prevail as the preeminent way of being on the planet. And I'm very serious about that we can have love win on this planet. So I wrote a book called Your Love Does Matter. And out of that book then came, okay, here's the work that we can do together as human beings to really have love prevail on the planet. And that's what's encapsulated in the Awakening program.
That is fantastic. And by the way, does the Today Show still do when you hit 100? And I know it's not. Oh my gosh, I'm missed. Who is the gentleman that did it for years?
Get a picture on Smucker's jam jar or something like that. I don't think so, but we're planning a big celebration. Whether or not she's on the Today Show, I don't
know. My grandmother made it 2 weeks before her 100th birthday, and
really?
I actually reached out to the Today Show and I said, "Would you just give her a mulligan or like give it a try?" And they were no, they're very they stick to the rules.
Anyway, so my mom's cheering me on still, and the real point of this Awakening program, Kelly, is I'm committed that people get to live and create as enlightened masters. Now, I don't hear anybody else in the world really like saying, "Hey, come do a 3-4 day program," and the intention of it is that you get to live as an enlightened master. And I'm very serious about that as well. What I am committed to is that many of us, I'm sure many of your listeners, have had profound experiences of light, of source. And yet there's that next step of knowing oneself, experiencing oneself, and living as the light. And that's what we accomplish in the Awakening program. I'm very excited about it. And it's really new.
Well, okay, so we're gonna pause for a moment and do a little shameless plug of Edge magazine because you're a part of it. So, Dave, if you want to know more and you have your Edge magazine, definitely go to page 7. He wrote this beautiful and powerful article. I'm still getting used to that, right? So get to know David a little bit more with that. Okay. And then you have the awakening weekend. Let's unpack the awakening a little bit. Okay, so we have it. It's about love. It's about love. It's about love. But you're doing it at the Amill Lofts, which is a beautiful, beautiful, very convenient, easy to park area of Minneapolis. Walk
Mhm.
us through walk us through a couple of the days. So how are we starting? What are people going to what are they going to feel? What are they going to experience? Let's get them into the weekend.
What we really explore is love as a way of being. Love as a way of being. Now, why is this important? Two reasons. It's not a Pollyannish conversation like, oh, isn't it nice if we love? And it's not a moralistic conversation, oh, we should love each other more. No, it's about our joy as human beings, Kelly, because if we observe ourselves as human beings, we're only really joyous when we're loving. We're not joyous when we're resenting. We're not joyous when we're judging. We're not joyous when we're condemning. We're not. We're only joyous when we're loving. And we're only really effective when we're loving. Why? Because to be effective, we have to have people listen to us, and people only listen to us if they experience our love. If they only listen to us if they experience being respected and honored by us. So for us to be able to harness love as a way of being, not an emotion, because emotions come and go,
Right.
and not even as thoughts, because those come and go, but as a way of being, which we have a total choice about, that is real power. And so to accomplish this, we start with really extraordinary conversations. We distinguish the very first night, we're going to distinguish between reality and truth. And most people get stopped right there in life because they think that they have to know the truth about things versus no, we live in realities like this is Thursday, like that's Minneapolis, those realities that got created in speaking. And as we then endorse those realities, wittingly or unwittingly or not, we start living life in the confines of those realities. So we really work so that people can see the realities that they're endorsing and have a choice. Do I want to continue to endorse that reality or not? And then we can create living as an enlightened master as a reality to step into. And holy smokes, is it powerful.
So tell me a little bit more about living as an enlightened master because you don't just lightly throw that down. So tell me more
Mhm.
about that.
Yeah. So first off, it has to start with being able to experience highest self, experience light, experience source. That's why in the course we do some beautiful meditations. I also work with some oils I brought back from Egypt that are blessed oils. We listen to some beautiful music. So we have all of the experience of source and of light. And but then to be able to take that and actually know ourselves, that identify ourselves as that light, as that source, that's where the transformational work comes in. And when we can accomplish that, then you go into the world. And one of the ways I talk about it is walking in life, bestowing grace on people, wishing people well, simple, wishing people well. I had a dream the other night, just my own guru, her name is Saima, came to me in a dream, and she had just said, take my hand. And so I took her hand, she said, walk with me. And I walked with her, and it was so vivid. I can't tell you, Kelly, it was so vivid. But as we walked together, she just literally looked at people, smiled at people, and bestowed grace on them as we walked through the crowd. And she goes, that's it. It's that simple. That's what it is. It's bestowing grace on everybody. So we work with that very easily and powerfully in the course.
So bestowing grace on everybody. It sounds it sounds easy, but why is it such a challenge to the collective to do that?
Because we're trapped in things. It's not, I would never tell people they should be more loving, Kelly, ever. I never say that. Why? Because I assert when people are free, they do love. Free from what? Free from judgment, free from resentment, free from righteousness, free from fear. So the job isn't ever to try to be more loving. The job is to keep ourselves free from whatever closed our hearts in the first place. So when you approach it from there, keeping yourself free to try to be more loving, that's not powerful at all. Just keeping oneself free, and then you naturally love.
Right. Okay. So give us, no, you're like, and what's interesting is your words seem simple but feel powerful.
Mm.
And that's where you're getting me with my thought bubbles, and I'm like, oh, I have 18 other questions for you.
But sometimes the most profound things are simple like that. There's the profundity is in the simplicity at the same time, and I'm really committed to give people access. So this is not a course where we talk about it or dream of it. No, this is a real access to living as an enlightened master.
And let's talk about the safe space and the sacred space that you're going to be creating. Because for someone to find the truth, for someone to find that grace, you have to create a container like no other. And I just feel that this is your sweet spot and your expertise. Tell us more about that.
You know, Kelly, I've led transformational programs for 35 years around the world for literally hundreds of thousands of people, almost 500,000 people. And if there's
okay, everybody, listen to that. Like, listen to that. Okay, there we go. Keep going.
Hundreds of thousands of people. And if there's one thing I walk out of that experience with, is the most profound respect for everybody. That truly to be there for the people that are there, like completely dedicated. You know, there's a energy of devotion, and that's one of the energies I like to work with. And I make sure I lead the course in a space of devotion. Devotion to what? Devotion to the people there and the life energy that they are.
That's powerful. Okay, so we kick things off. We have our journey. How do you wrap everything up?
How we wrap everything up is to make sure as we look at real life, okay, what's coming next? Where are you going after the course is over? Where, what are your work situations? What are your home situations? And what does it look like to live as an enlightened master at your workplace, in your home, at the places you go do errands, etc. So we make sure that it gets built right into the real life that people are going to live after the course. So that's very important, so that it's not, oh, the course is over, now what? It's when we integrate it right into daily life.
So David, I could go in about 5 different directions right now with this. Like, oh my goodness. Which who is your target market? Now, I know that it's love, it's universal, it's unpacking. A lot of, I just feel courageous conversations are going to be had and felt. And again, in that safe, sacred container that you're creating. Who's your invitation for that you think could be ideal for this experience? Because space is limited. There's only a few spots left.
People who
you see my thought bubbles.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's if somebody's listening and they are yearning for, hungry for living their enlightenment, living their spiritual experience, living it, existing as it, they're hungry to have it pervade every aspect of their life. Boy, is this for them.
Yeah. And I love how you say living it, not just picturing it, not just talking about it, not just thinking about it or dreaming it, but embodying it.
Or having, many of us, for years had beautiful experiences in meditation, etc. But then the meditation was over and then life happened. So this is to address that. I'm not satisfied that people have those beautiful experiences but then it doesn't really bleed over into the living of their life. That's what I'm committed to, is that separation disappears.
That's beautiful. Okay. David, you've put together a very special offer for the Edge community, and it's on the website, yourlovedoesmatter.com, and it's Edge 300. talk to us about this beautiful opportunity. Like, because if anyone's they've read their Edge magazine, they've seen this advertising, they've seen the emails go out, and you're kind of like, is this for me? We have a beautiful opportunity that David has created to get you there. So tell us more.
Yes, I'm just really thrilled with Kelly working with you and the Edge community, and to be able to speak to your community out there. And so in honor of that, we wanted to give a special tuition. So the tuition for the course is usually $995. And then we've offered an early bird special registration of $795. But for your community, I want to take that down even further. So we're calling it the Edge 300 promotion code, so that we'll take $300 off the usual tuition. So the tuition would be $695 for anybody that's listening or from the Edge community. When you register, you just use the promotion code Edge 300, and there'll be $300 taken off the tuition.
That is so generous. And thank you so much. I just put the Edge 300 code at the bottom of the screen. Okay, you got it.
The website is yourlovedoesmatter.com.
And we'll just do that. There we go. It's beautiful all around. Okay, before we wrap up, I just want to thank, we've actually had a ton of people popping on this. We've had a couple live comments. What is your final invitation before we wrap it up?
My final invitation is to know yourself. Really know yourself as your highest self. It is so, if you could, anybody listening, if you could possibly relate to yourself as beautiful as you really are. So my invitation is to let us relate to you and relate to yourself as your most beautiful, highest self. The joy of living is that.
How freeing, how amazing, and how much impactful. I'm so excited. This is going to be a great, great weekend, you guys. So go to yourlovedoesmatter.com to register or to find out more, and to find out more about David and his journey. I mean, I do have to say, you said you're 75, man. Nice job. Like, high five all around.
All right. Good living.
Fantastic. Yes.
Good loving. Well, good living, good loving.
And you're walking the walk and talking the talk. And I think that's, people are going to really feel that. July 30th through August 2nd, the Awakening Weekend 2026 in Minneapolis. Be there. Check it out. Again, more information at yourlovedoesmatter.com. And don't forget about code EDGE300 to get your special offer. David.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everybody. All right, be there soon. 2 weeks away. Come on. Here we go. All right. Wonderful. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Something new is unfolding at the Edge. The latest issue of Edge magazine is here, filled with voices that awaken your heart, expand your mind, and remind you that you're part of something much bigger. Explore conscious living, holistic wellness, energy healing, spirituality, and the art of awakening, all in one inspiring space. Awaken, discover, connect, and be curious. Print editions are now on the streets, and you can also read it online at edgemagazine.net. Welcome to the Edge. We have been waiting for you. You are right where you are supposed to be. Welcome home.